What's up, Bill? Ooh, my eyes just blew out my garage. Dust everywhere. Um, my channel has changed. I'll send you videos and stuff, but it's just gonna be like private. And then you can, if you want to relay it, or you can. If not, that's fine. Excuse me. The channel, what I'll do it now is, well, you'll see. Yeah. I just posted the video, and that's what it's gonna be about. Um, these we'll just do. I'll just send you stuff every now and then, you know. So what I'll say is, how do I say this? If you, so I've been watching your videos. It's a nice backyard. If you feel like you lose it, or you're starting to lose it, what you're doing, I think well, pretty sure I found out why we lose these things. We come up with something and it feels really good, and you may not. I mean, if you know exactly what you're doing and what's making it happen, it's gonna be fine. You'll be fine. I'm just saying. What I've figured out doing all this moving and stuff, moving around, it's just like flexibility stuff's all it really is. It's just flexibility and locomotion, being balanced and stuff like that. It's pretty much it. But it's helping. I mean, I feel better. I didn't feel terrible. I just felt I was just hurting all over the place, knees and back, and still just some. My knees are just. It'll take a while for my knees. My knees are just destroyed. And to build them up again, get blood flow through them again like it should, it'll probably just take a while. But they are better. What we got to do when we're moving is, it sounds weird. It doesn't sound weird. It can be misleading. And I'll just give you an example of walking. And this is not the swinger. It's just an example of walking. If I step to my left foot, what has to happen is I have to be, your brain and everything does it, but you have to be ready. So like the foot goes out, and then you push. But when you push, all of this has got to be ready. I mean, if that makes sense. So how, like if I was standing still, how would I make it ready? Well, my knees are being a little bit flexed, and I'm there. So you're gonna go like, and pick your leg up. That's ready. Pick your leg up. Ready. And you notice my head's over my foot, and that's like a Weck method thing, but I mean that's true for balance. So if I put my head in the middle, I fall. And if I try to keep my head in the middle, I have to. But if I put my head over here, I'm good. That's stacked. How everybody, Lee says it, but a lot of people do it. It's just you do it when you walk. Stack your skeleton. And so it's not like a super complicated thing. It's just you have to be ready to move. And ready, you put your foot down, and your weight, see how I'm kind of over my back foot, and then I push my foot back, and it goes over this foot to balance, stays over this foot, and then it goes over this foot. And that's not really, I mean, you could do the Weck method thing where you go walk and keep your head over your foot. I did that for a couple of weeks just to see how it felt, if I would feel better. And it helps, I mean, because you're walking. But the thing is, your arms don't really swing you. They do in a way, but your arms don't swing you to get you to your next foot. They pressure down to keep you balanced. And you don't have to walk like this. I'm just saying that's what they do. You know, if you'll feel it. But so if I want, I can. I mean, it's simple. Not simple, but to boil down to a golf swing is. I saw Lee's last video you gotta put this on the same path, back and through, back and through. This is it. This is the best video I've ever had. Okay, well, maybe so. I mean, that's, sounds fine. But in order to do that, you get to know what's moving that. And I don't mean like your hands, fingers, and all that stuff in your fashion. I don't mean that. I mean, you gotta know what's controlling this motion. And so, kind of what I've learned is, if I take a step and I use my core, which means like all the way down and my back, and I'll take my core and move my leg. It takes a lot of pressure off your joints. I get my hip flexors hurt real bad. That's a hip flexor move like that, because I've used them too much. But if I take my core and swing it, and I keep my weight here, and then I put my foot down and use my core front and back to swing my leg up, I walk without getting tired, or I walk and it feels better. Everything feels looser. And I don't mean swinging your core. That's all I'm talking about. But you got to find, because your core is like from here. Your core is like from your top of your chest here, all the way down to your knees. That's your core. Like, this is your core. It's considered your core. Like your pelvis and the tops of your legs. But you got to find a way that it moves, so I can like take my core and move my arm. And if I do that, I stand here like this, I can bend my elbow, and I want to move my arm up and down. Just hold your hand out and feel like you move your arm with your core. Try to move it forward and back, forward and back. And it's not like a particular, it's just do it. Just do it. Use your core, and that connects your arm to your core. And now hold out there and do it this way. Well, now that's a lot of movement. And that, because that's this and this. Now, if you'll do that a few times, you'll feel something. There's a particular part of your core that's doing it. Right here. Just split it in quarters. Straight down. Start about here. Go up to about here. And here. And then take each. That's quarters. Making the whole. So take your step in. Take your core and get on that leg. You're ready. Now what I'm gonna do is take my grip. Feel comfortable. Put on my weights right here. Take the head, you can move it over. Okay. But I'm gonna move it with this quarter. And move it back. And when you get down here, that connection, you just let it go. And that'll give you the, father or whatever. But for it to not go away, you have to know what's controlling that and this and all of it. And it's got to be the same. And that's what Lee was talking about. He said, find your path. Well, if I use this, I can find a path pretty easily. Like he's within a bucket of balls. Because you'll be able to tell that you're controlling that. This is bright, and it's not like don't hold it tight the whole time and try to. No, it's get it ready, and it's like you're moving this, but let the rest of it just do what it has to do to let that move. That's probably the best way to say it. Get on that foot. You kind of have to see how I feel like I'm this way, but if I kind of kick back, kind of in the middle of my foot, and I move this, and I let all this do what it wants to do to support this and this back here. It's the front and back. If you're just letting all this, here's a quarter, and you're letting all the rest of it support this quarter's movement. Front, back right here. However you want to look at it. And you could probably do it normal. I mean, you probably just sit up to it, you know. I don't think it has to be like Lee, but it's probably just easier. It's just moving one part every time. And if you move your arm with that part, you're connected. Because your brain knows I'm moving my arm with my, I mean, it's pretty much your chest and your back.